Patriot Electric is the go-to provider of high-quality electrical services on the North Shore. Their licensed and dedicated team will make work on your home a breeze. From commercial to residential and industrial, Patriot has you covered. New construction, renovations, maintenance, power distribution, or fire alarms, call 781-842-6669 today.
Going to the new Encore Casino. Tonight's a soft opening. Gonna check it out, see how beautiful this place is. Looking forward to it. Hope the tables are open. Monday!
Encore Boston Harbor has received its operating certificate from the Massachusetts Gaming Commission, and we will open at 10 a.m. Sunday morning. Thank you.
Me and my favorite waiter having a little drink at the Oyster Bar. What's the name of this joint?
Oyster Bar.
Oyster Bar. Very simple.
Cheers.
Salud. Little Necks. Real favorite of mine. I don't like the cherry stones. Those things are globus. Yeah, bro. These little ones, they go down nice and easy. I don't know how girls do it. Monday! I gotta get my red card. This is my way of telling you. Memoirs.
I agree. Well, he just stepped the shoulder over his head.
Beautiful view of the power plant. It's a great view over here. Been a million bodies buried around this friggin' place. Monday! Alright, so I'm at this new casino. You get a free drink when you're playing, when you're gambling. People see me talking to myself, they're like, what the is that guy doing? Yeah, that's right, stay away from me, I'm talking to myself, I'm crazy. You know what I mean? So, you want people to stay away from you? Talk to yourself. Alright, so I'm having a little drink. A little Crown Royal Reserve and Coke. That's nice. Monday! You know what's great? There's about 5,000 people here. And about 4,090 of them know me. They know Mr. Monday. I mean, the Umbrella Girls. How boring is that job? An Umbrella Girl? Hey, what's up? So, what is your title? Umbrella Girl?
Sorry?
Are you an Umbrella Girl?
A greeter.
A greeter, nice. Pretty good. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Just left the Encore. Now I'm down to bocce. I mean, seriously. I go from one thing to the other. My house, work, Encore, bocce. It's unbelievable. It just never stops. Mr. Monday is all over the place. Everyone knew me over there. There was 5,000 people there. 4,995 people knew me. They knew Mr. Monday. They want my autograph. I gave them my card. It was unbelievable. People are punching me in the back of the crap table, throwing, crapped out. My hands smell like fish. I ate at the fish place, the oyster joint. It was really good though. The place is beautiful. Wait till you see this place. Welcome to the I Love Monday show. I'm Mr. Monday, and tonight I'm here with the luscious but delicate Christine Hurley.
Oh my God! Wow! I see you got the check.
I love when you're here.
Thank you, honey. Thank you so much.
You brought Jim with you tonight?
I brought Jim with me tonight. Yep.
That's great.
My security,
He looks good in that shirt.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Security's required here.
Someone's gonna definitely, security. Someone's gonna definitely tap that.
What, tap him?
Yeah.
Up here?
He looks adorable. Sure.
All right. There's only a couple of chicks.
That's our. He's.
You're into that, huh?
Who's whatever.
So we just saw a video. I was at the Encore Casino.
I saw that.
That place
Beautiful.
Have you been there yet?
No, it looks beautiful.
That place is unbelievable.
Looks beautiful. I'm excited. I can't wait.
There's going to be a lot of problems
Hopefully
there.
they'll have a comedy club in there.
People are going to be getting divorced.
Oh, there's
alcoholism, drugs.
That's going to be a lot of problems.
There was already 4 people arrested there.
My cousins.
They were all your family?
Yeah.
Got arrested there?
I had to
Because
work.
they said they were
otherwise it
related
would've
to
been
you. They got
5.
arrested.
Yeah,
That's
of course.
awesome. Look at look at the trouble. It's already called Steve Wynn.
Yeah.
Well, poor guy.
Yeah.
Can't even see what he's doing.
Yeah.
So Friday and Saturday, I heard you were at Giggles
Yes.
with
yeah.
Corey Rodriguez.
Oh my God, Corey.
How'd it
Love.
go?
Oh my God, phenomenal. Corey Rodriguez. He is. I promise you, the next big thing coming out of here. He is just.
He's hilarious. We had him on, 2 weeks ago?
Oh my
Couple
God,
weeks
he
ago he was
kills
on.
me. He is so well written and clever and brilliant, and he's thick.
Really? So, Kluski, who is Miss Monday this week?
Miss Monday this week is a Cuban-Venezuelan bombshell named Vanessa. She likes to do yoga any chance that she can, and she loves Mondays because they energize her and they pump her up for the weekends. She likes to spend her times on the weekend, it says, this is a translation thing, I'm not sure if I'm getting this right. She likes to spend time with her little ones, which I hope to God is what I'm thinking.
She has kids.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
That's not what it was. Anyway, it's brought to you by, as always, John's Roast Beef, located at 111 Western Ave in Lynn. Call 781-595-6105 today for the best roast beef, seafood, and try their new sushi bowls.
He has a sushi mama down there. For real. So they call her Sushi Mama.
Oh, you're kidding?
Yeah.
Good.
Do you like sushi?
Yummy. I don't, but I love the bowls. I like the poke bowls.
You like Tasso, too, though.
I do. You bet I love Tasso.
He's a Greek god, that guy.
Yes, he certainly is.
What did you say? It's a sushi what?
Sushi Mama.
That's what
They call her the sushi mom, but she's like, they call her Mama.
Isn't sushi just raw fish?
She's the lady who has sushi down there.
I
She's her
just-
business.
She's the lady that hands it to you?
Stop and Shop has them. Stop and Shop has the sushi mamas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's not
What do
polite
they
to
look
call
like?
them that.
Like sushi mamas.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's a lot of them in Lynn.
Yes.
Those are,
Absolutely.
those are hoochie mamas.
The Lynn Stop and Shops. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, let's go to shoot the shit. You ready?
Okay, let's do it.
Man who has only eaten raw meat for 10 years straight insists he's on a healthy diet.
Derek Nance from Lexington, Kentucky, has lived on raw meat for a decade. He's 35 now. He's been doing it since he was 25. He eats nothing but raw meats, and he eats the entire thing. Sheep stomachs, spleens, livers. He especially likes the balls. Nance even feasts on rotting flesh, turning sheep stomachs into smoothies. And he's not just doing this to himself. He has 4 children who he's brought up on this, okay? He says that the only part he won't eat are the hooves and the horns.
But he'll eat the testicles.
Oh, by the mouthful. Play Chubby Bunny with those things. You know what I'm talking about?
That'd be funny.
Sounds like him and Jim Hurley have a lot in common. Raw meat. I mean, you can't die from eating raw meat, right?
Oh,
I know a
think you
couple of
can.
girls that died from eating balls, yeah.
Yeah, yours. But like mad cow
Don't brag.
disease,
Still in litigation.
like trichinosis, mad cow disease.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I
I
wouldn't
mean,
do
this.
It feels like this guy's trying to prove a point. Everybody's got like their diet that defines them, and they want you to accept it.
that. Right.
Right?
Right, yeah. Like what we were talking about, that Alicia Silverstone, the chick that was in Clueless.
Yes.
And she feeds her kids she chews it up. She feeds it, she calls it how the birds feed their baby birds. She chews up the food and then spits it in the baby's mouth so they can eat
Regurgitation.
masticated food.
That's insane.
Yeah. Good for you, Alicia.
And they're
Loser.
23 and 28,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
What about like the cavemen? I mean, they were eating raw meat, and their life expectancy was like 30.
Yeah, I mean, so what is that? I know.
Doesn't this guy?
Yeah.
I mean, look at him. He looks a lot older than he is.
He looks like the villain from Karate Kid 3.
And he's brainwashed his own kids, and now they're eating that way.
Yeah.
God.
Now their kids are, and if they're blending it up and drinking it, that's totally the Alicia Silverstone method,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Idiots.
And
God. I hate
it
them
sounds
all.
like he's not even eating the good parts of
No.
like
apparently,
animals.
no.
He eats the whole thing. I think he just likes washing around those testicles in his mouth.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Is that
Wait
one of your
second.
favorites?
Isn't a lamb a girl sheep? I'm confused.
I'm not sure.
If it has balls,
No, I
it's
think it's a ewe.
probably a guy.
Is a ewe a girl sheep?
Don't call me that.
Little League brawl. Parents fight each other over a controversial call by an umpire.
The brawl broke out on a Saturday at a Westgate Elementary School in Lakewood. The umpire, who was a
Oh, look at that guy.
13-year-old kid, ruled that one of the 7-year-old players batted out of order. The parents lost it, and 20 adults get into a giant fistfight on this baseball field. One person was seriously injured, and the other 4 were cited for disorderly conduct.
I'm just impressed that the 13-year-old umpire recognized the batting out of
Yeah,
order rule. That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
I think his brother was probably on the other team.
Maybe.
Like, that's why.
Baseball parents are insane.
13-year-old ump, and there was 7-year-old kids. I mean, come on. At
Yeah.
least if it was like 12-year-olds or 15 or college.
College, yeah.
mean,
then I could see it.
You can understand,
Yeah,
but come on. Are they all
7-year-olds and
I want to be critical of these people, but I would straight up get in a brawl at a deli if the law allowed me to do it. I could turn this like that. If it
You're
was
very
my kids, I
controversial.
don't know.
when it comes to your kids, though, you get crazy.
It's the only fun thing worth fighting over.
Exactly.
In youth
exactly.
sports, it's a no-win
Oh,
situation.
zero. And these people that think their kids are going to the major leagues,
Oh,
it
yeah.
just kills me. Kills me. Not
Still hitting off
happening.
the tee.
All right, the next one here. Woman's breast cannot stop growing because of mysterious condition. It has doctors baffled.
Ruled out as a magic lamp, Lam Fry Siunan suffers from excruciating neck pain due to her breasts growing excessively over the course of 9 months. Now, we would all think, oh, maybe she's pregnant, the breasts
Oh,
enlarged.
my
but
God.
this lady's sarong is so wrong that it's being filled with tits that won't stop.
Oh,
and
my
doctors
God.
don't think it's cancerous.
Oh.
They
Jesus.
don't know what it is.
Look at those things.
Oh
They're
my
black
God,
and
they
blue.
look awful. They look like
It's like someone hit him with a
they look
bat.
like asphalt.
What would you... they look like asphalt?
Yeah, they look awful.
What would you do if that was happening to you?
I would get into some sort of porn enterprise and
Yeah, this
and
woman is taking, you know,
I think
she's-
we'd have to get them removed.
I would definitely remove them. Yeah, I would have them removed.
I mean, go get an
Yeah.
operation. If this,
That's
I mean,
awful.
How come they can't figure out a
that
blocker
poor,
for this?
Oh, that poor thing. Oh my God.
So, does anybody have any thoughts on like what might have caused this, like a spider bite, or
Well, maybe she wished for it.
I know. I
that
know.
was mine? I thought it was a genie lamp because sometimes if you wish for it the wrong way, it kind of bites you in the butt,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Or
She-
the boob.
She has to
She-
use
she
bed
wi-
sheets
she
for
said she-
bras.
I know.
She wanted Frim Flam to notice her, and this is the what
Frim
ended up coming
Flam,
out.
is that her husband?
That's the surname of the camel provider from her.
Imagine if this happened to a guy's penile area. You know?
Imagine.
Like, what would happen there?
I think you would be wearing the same thing.
We
Yeah.
should ask Furtado.
That's horrible, though. Like, they didn't specify the country that this was in, but it doesn't look like they're equipped to deal with that.
No.
That's your assumption?
No.
Yeah.
She's 46.
And it
46.
looks a little third world there.
She
so.
actually, maybe a 48C.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
46, yeah.
She's out of range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like in the
Wow.
60s.
Wow.
Hey, well, God bless her. Get an operation, honey.
Oh my God, the poor thing.
Get him lopped off.
That's-
All right.
Sad.
Man accused of caging a squirrel and feeding it meth to keep it aggressive.
Ronnie Reynolds was arrested many times on many counts, but this time he was arrested for entrapping a squirrel in his house. A squirrel that he would feed
Oh, that's
meth
so sad.
and use to attack people he didn't like.
You're an animal lover.
Attack like what? Like Monty Python? Like
I imagine that like he rubs peanut butter on the enemy, and this
Yeah,
thing just goes nuts because he's
that's-
feeding it with
that's sad.
peanut butter meth.
I mean, if this guy's on meth, he might think that this thing's a lion. Like, he might be
Yeah,
hallucinating.
actually, yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
true.
Christine, why do you think it's sad? Because you can't nut on meth?
Let's ask Tonzo
Well
what
done.
meth does to you.
Well done, Tim. Well done. Well done. I'm what I know. Yeah. I'm not about the squirrel. I'm all beaver.
But so, like, would you mess with a guy? Like, you're like, we've all been in shady drug deals. We're at the point where you can't just go to a CVS
Have
and
we?
buy a
Have
drug.
we all been
Speak for yourself
I'm
about the
going to
drug
project
deal.
on everybody. My face isn't on camera, so I'm going to go ahead and tell a little anecdote.
What kind of drug deal you been involved in?
Everything before it was legal, you had to go meet somebody underneath a bridge, and if that guy showed up with a squirrel on its head that just
Yeah.
kept running back and
Yeah.
forth and like taunting me, yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Does he want to put the squirrel on a leash and walk it around?
No, this thing is unbridled fury.
That's
It
so
yields
sad.
only to peanut butter and the call.
You seem like you seem like an animal lover.
I am an animal lover.
Would you have a squirrel as a pet?
No. No.
What would
I
be your
wouldn't-
squirrel
I
call,
wouldn't-
Carlo? How would you call the squirrel?
I wouldn't.
I
would
no,
not
I
call a
wouldn't have.
squirrel.
I
They
would-
broke into my house before these squirrels.
We
Really?
left
Yeah,
peaches.
I had
we
squirrels
left,
break into my house, cut the screens, and come into my house.
mine too. We had left peaches on the windows.
Yeah, they're
one
animals.
summer, and they came right through. I woke up in the morning. There were 3 squirrels on my counter.
You ever see squirrels feces?
Never,
No.
not up close.
You
No.
should. It looks like a raisinette.
It does.
Sounds
Yeah.
about right.
Yeah.
You ever see a Lynn squirrel? They're just like the other ones, but they wear those Tasmanian Devil hip hop t-shirts.
Louisiana cops, don't call us to complain about Taco Bell.
A Taco Bell in Slidell ran out of hard and soft shell tacos. That sounds like a Dr. Seuss rhyme, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Someone was so upset by this injustice that they called the police department complaining that Taco Bell had violated their obligation as a Mexican restaurant, and they wanted a police officer to come down there and I don't know what they wanted to do. But people who basically, my question here is, who's going to get arrested in this situation? The inventory control guy at the Taco Bell, or the asshole who called that in?
I would hope the one that called it in.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think the cash register girl stole them for
would hope.
Taco Tuesday at her house. And that's why they ran out of them.
My son,
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, my son Joey came home the other day with a bag of Taco Bell. True story. Put it on the counter and he said, "Hey, plot twist. I actually have to take a shit before I eat this." Taco Bell keeps your ass ringing for 3 days, honey.
Imagine if KFC ran out of chicken. There'd be riots in the street.
I went to a Dunkin' Donuts. They had no cups.
Oh, that's
I'm like, you have no cups.
Why do you keep the doors open at that
exactly.
point?
You're closed.
Do you know people drink and drive with Dunkin' Donut cups with beer in it?
Ooh.
Did you guys know that's a thing?
No.
Yeah, I know a lot of people do that.
No, it's
Fill
usually
up their Dunkin' Donuts cup and beer, be tennis coffee, and they drink and drive. And
Who would do that?
yeah. Or sometimes they pour Sambuca or something into the coffee.
Terrible.
But who's going to call the
Awful.
cops on Taco Bell? Seriously, that person should get.
Well, let me ask you something. If not all of us are privileged enough to have a car, what if you Ubered across 3 towns to get some of that delicious liquid taco meat, and you got there and they didn't have a receptacle for you to have it in appropriately?
What's liquid taco meat?
Welcome to Taco Bell. You can drink it through a straw. I don't know why the shells are even needed, to be honest.
Listen, Taco Bell, you're gross. Okay, I mean that place is gross, right?
It is.
They should just fill it like a 16-ounce Coke cup with liquid meat and just take it home that way.
But it's not gross when it's 2 a.m. It's the only thing open.
Oh, yeah.
It is not. Believe me.
When's the last time you were at a Taco Bell?
Yesterday.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Watch our new episode of The Real Bachelorette with Tricia Auld. You love Trish? Is she the best?
The love of my life.
And then we're going to be right back with the legend Tony V.
Spread your wings. Mazda. Feel alive.
Hi, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me again tonight. If you're here, it means that you've made it to the next round of this process. So you're welcome for choosing you. You would not be here if it wasn't for me.
I'm super excited about being here because I'm gonna move Paige through the pipeline the way I move Mazdas off the lot. Real fucking quick.
We had a really good first date. I'm just feeling that fluttery feeling in my stomach, you know?
Hello. My name is Delkin. That's spelled D-E-C-L-A-N. And I'm a system software engineer designer from Cincinnati.
It's week 2 in the Bachelorette house, and I want to leave. I want to get out of here. I got a rose, but I'm not interested in this anymore. I Airbnb'd my apartment away, though. So if I leave here, I have nowhere else to go except for to pay out of pocket for a hotel. I made a bad choice here.
As you all know, I brought back Chad.
Chad, we need you downstairs, buddy. We're rolling.
Give me a fucking minute!
I had a complete meltdown and temper tantrum, and guess what? I won. Chad is back. However, the producers did force me to have a security guard join us as well. So, Frank, thank you for being here and joining literally all of our dates.
Hey, my name is Frank. I'm in the security business. My brother-in-law got me into this kind of stuff, but yeah.
Obviously, I've done the 2 guys on 1 date thing before, but this is a different dynamic. It's like this guy's just like staring at us, watching us, judging us. I take my tit out one time. He's got an eyebrow raised, like,
oh shit.
There's a security guard on all of our dates. Is that normal?
Okay, so we've been here for 1 week, and one of the contestants, Chad, assaulted 3 of the people here. They kicked him off and brought him back before the second episode. What the hell is that?
So apparently, some dude was like hitting on some bitch, and I don't know. They just need somebody to be here. They called me.
I'm surrounded by unstable men right now, and they give me a security guard that weighs 87 pounds.
Is he big?
He was a linebacker for Ohio State.
Linebacker?
There's some nice guys, then there's Chad. None of them have my sales skill set.
Chad! He hid my nasal spray on me, son of a bitch!
He threw a folding chair at her.
Babe, I'm in the middle of an interview. Chad wants to go for a walk. Chad wants to go for a walk. He's just so playful.
And Paige is just spending all her time with Chad, who's drinking, guess, Bud fucking Light.
Chad is seriously hilarious. You guys don't understand. We've been doing this really funny thing where he'll just keep passing me generic beers in front of Dave. Hey, Dave! Hey! Come here for a sec. Is this a microbrew?
Paige, wake up. Alright? That's not beer. I didn't dedicate my life to the craft of brewing for you to pick some fucking slob drinking a 12-pack of Bud Light.
They forced me to go on another date with Paige. And there's 4 other contestants on the same date. She got drunk, knocked over the table with the sushi, and then they called the entire thing after 30 minutes. So I'm just hanging out with 20 more guys again tonight.
Paige keeps wanting me to drink, but I don't know if she understands that it would exacerbate one of my several health conditions. See, celiac, scoliosis, seasonal affective disorder, seasonal allergies.
She screamed out, "Mommy needs her medicine,"
Mommy got her medicine!
and then crushed out a Xanax and blew it right on the table.
Give it up for the very funny Mr. Tony V, everybody.
Tony V, welcome to the show.
Nice to be here.
Nice to have you up here.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been in Swampscott on a Monday.
No?
No.
What about the attic?
I've never been up here, no.
Beautiful.
Or let me say this, if I have been up here, I don't remember it. I was probably roofing at one point. I would think.
I didn't realize you were in the movie The Town.
Yes, I'm the cable guy who explains how they break into the bank.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Here's what happens. This is the thing most said when I pop up in a film, in a theater. Someone will go, "Hey, that's Tony V," and someone else in the same row will go, "Who the fuck is Tony V?"
Shh. I swear, I think The Town.
That's how it goes.
The Town was my favorite.
Yeah.
Honestly, like my favorite. Not that it was a mob movie. It kind of was, but one
little mob.
one of my favorite movies out of all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
other than like Godfather and like
Right.
Goodfellas, but like
it was the most authentic. We got to see that the premiere at Fenway.
Oh,
They showed it at Fenway, and they had like a screen that went from home plate to third base.
That must have been cool.
And then we sat in the seats and watched it, and it was amazing. And I'm telling you this is the best part of that movie, that when they do the armored car heist in the North End.
Yeah.
It's authentically the way you would have to get out of the North End.
Tight streets.
Yeah.
I thought
That
it
was the bridge.
great.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, it was good. It was
Martin
great.
Sheen was in that, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was.
We were just pitching, like, we got to get on the script for the Blizzard Heist of Encore, the next, like, bunch of meth heads from, like, South Boston.
Oh, that's only a matter of time.
Oh, my God. We got to do that. We got to jump right on it.
Right.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Some idiots
Oh,
take the red line to go to knock it off. Right. You know, I couldn't, you know, I can't get over the fact that people waited in line for the opening of it. It's open 24 hours a day.
You're gonna
There's
get there.
no key to the front door.
You'll get there.
You could wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and go, I think I'll go see what's going on over there.
Yeah.
And people are like, they're giving away
It's like it's like a Black Friday thing, I think.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
They want to be there.
They want to be.
I really hate giant ribbons, so when they cut them, it's just very satisfying for me.
So you're Somerville.
Who knew that the giant scissors business was full?
Clowns.
Right. No, I'm going to leave a little something bigger than that. No, those
scissors aren't giant enough.
No, those seem to be pinking shears. I need something I could snip a sequoia with.
So you and John Fury grew up in the same city?
Yeah, Somerville, Massachusetts.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
John Fury, we have up all the
Yeah,
time.
John and I have done a bunch of projects together. He was on. He did an arc in Brotherhood. I was on that for 2 seasons, and then we did another movie called Abracadabra together, and then we bump into each other on these.
How come Brotherhood never made it big? That was a great.
That was a
unreal.
great.
Yeah, it was
show.
a good series. I think it suffered being ahead of its time. You know what I mean? It was on Showtime, which had half the viewership of HBO at the time.
Right.
And then the way things happened, the person that greenlit that project got bumped up somewhere else. Someone else came in, and then it
went
wasn't
down.
their baby, and they just let it go.
Kids today don't get, like, it's not like you pay $7 a month for a total package of, like, a Netflix or whatever. You had HBO, you had Showtime, or you had
yeah,
Cinemax. So they were like
Cinemax.
$120 a month each.
Right.
Yeah.
So you had to, it was like,
You had to pick
You
one.
had to pick.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
You had to pick one.
Yeah, but
And you were in
that was good
Smilf.
work. I did an
Smilf.
episode of Smilf. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
What's
were.
that, a small MILF? What's that about?
It's
It's
a
a
single
single-
mother. I'd
single
like
mother
to,
you'd like
yeah.
to be friendly with.
What's her name? Frankie Shaw.
Frankie Shaw.
so in your case, it would be the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How was it? How was she?
It was great. It was great. I was on set with Rosie O'Donnell too at
Yep,
the time.
yep,
and
Rosie O'Donnell
she
played
was
the
great.
mother.
Yeah, she played the mother. It was
Fantastic.
It was great. They were nice. It was mostly women run, which was unique to see, and it was kind of fun. They were very
Tony
kind to
played
me.
the neighbor, and he was perfect.
Very, very neighborly.
Very neighborly. Couldn't have been any more
I
neighborly.
was out pruning my flowers.
Yes, you were. I remember.
Have you guys worked shows together, you two?
Oh, we
yes.
worked together.
Oh,
all
are
the-
you
She's
kidding
one of
me?
my favorite people
Oh,
in the
yeah.
world to work with.
Well, you
Yeah.
have to say
Tony,
that she's
God
right
bless
here.
you.
Well,
He
of
does.
course.
He does. Tony,
You'd never make it out of Swampscott on a Monday night.
I was telling.
Jim will kill you.
No, Jim would. But, I was telling Carl earlier when I started doing comedy. So in the '80s, we were big comedy fans. Always been Jimmy and I comedy fans our whole life. And then when I started doing comedy, I remember saying to Jimmy, all I want is to someday work with Tony V. Like that was my goal. I said he's the most sincere, like just a good person. Extremely well read. His comedy is just brilliant, and I just always thought, someday if I could work with Tony V. And
That's cool.
That's a pretty low bar.
It
Right
is
there.
not,
You should
sir.
set your
It
height.
is- It is not, sir.
Yeah.
You know that.
Well, I'm concerned about people who have goals like that. I read a story once. I read a story once about a guy. His whole life, his big dream was to bowl a 300.
Oh.
And he bowled a 300 and died the next day. So it's like, since then I have set my goals so out of reach that I will never get there.
That's so
Right.
sad.
Yeah.
Why, that he bowls every day?
So Tony, you've done movies, TV, stand-up.
Yeah.
I've been a writer.
Yeah.
If you could pick one out of those four, what was like your
Stand-up's
favorite?
my love. Stand-up's
yeah.
my. There's nothing.
That's why you're still doing it.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
no other reason for me to do it except that I love it, and it's and you talk about your goals. My goal when I started doing stand-up was to be a Boston comic,
Yeah.
and to be a respected Boston
Exactly.
comic.
Boston's like the Mecca. isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. I mean, you could just go through the pedigree of everyone who came out of here and went on to do things, and
There's
still
nothing
does
like
it.
You go. We travel everywhere.
Everywhere,
and
yeah.
there is nothing.
You're on every radio station like every week.
I know it's amazing.
Like every week I hear I'm
I'm good for radio.
Yeah.
When you say you wanted to be a Boston comic, right?
Yeah.
Weren't you like that wasn't a thing? You guys kind of
We started that,
That's what I'm
but
saying. So,
yeah,
like,
but when I started with my peers, or the guys who were just like 6 months ahead of me or something like Lenny Clark and Steve Sweeney and Don Gavin, a fellow by the name of Jack Gallagher, Stephen Wright, all those guys had a little leg up on me, and all I wanted was to be able to headline, shows in Boston. That was my goal, and then the other stuff just sort of happened because you see that there's more, but it's still what I love. I mean, it's there's nothing like it. I love doing stand up.
There is
and I
nothing.
love the audiences around here.
Yeah.
Stephen Wright's still around?
Yes, he's lovely. Oh
I
my
love
God,
that
he
guy.
is. Oh my God, he's
Yeah,
the nicest man.
he's as
Dry.
very dry and as close to a recluse as you
He
you
is.
can get. Like nobody, you
can't
don't know
touch
where
him.
he lives.
He wouldn't come up to the show.
No.
Kiss that. Wish
No,
goodbye.
no.
He's not coming here. Nope. He's a germaphobe too. Like you, if you work with him, like they call you.
Definitely wouldn't come up here.
Yeah. They're like, don't
Jesus.
you have to say hello to him. You have to touch his elbow.
No.
But he's so
I tell you,
kind.
he wouldn't
so
step foot
nice.
on this carpet. I tell you
No,
that.
probably not.
it's
Probably
funny. So
not.
many guys came out at like such a time. It's like impossible to try to almost not be on that spectrum and try to come up with something now. Like if you have a Boston accent, you almost fit in. It's hard to break out of the molds of what
Now,
people.
Kleski's
are
an
doing.
aspiring comedian right here.
Really?
Yeah, he's been doing stand up.
Where you been working?
Nowhere you've ever been.
It'll happen, Timothy.
We kind of got to the point where it's not like it was back when you guys all were starting and there was a lot of shows, so we started putting on our own. And we're just kinda making it
Which I
happen.
think is great. Yeah. But that's what we did. That's how all the clubs got spawned. Like you'd work one club and then somebody.
What's the place in Cambridge that you guys were all at?
The Ding Ho?
The Ding Ho? Yeah. The Ding is legend. There's a movie about the Ding called When Stand Up Stood Out. It's a pretty good movie if
It's
you
a
want to get the
great
history
movie.
of Boston comedy.
It's a great movie. A great
Did you
movie.
you didn't by any chance catch that I'm Dying Up Here, did you? It was kind of like Jim Carrey's imagining of the Comedy Store back in the day.
I didn't like.
I think it'd be a
I
great
liked
movie.
Crashing.
Crashing's great
I liked
too.
Crashing. I'm Dying Up Here. I couldn't relate to the characters. Like they won. I couldn't.
It was
stand
a
one
little
more
too
than-
dramatic or whatever,
Yeah,
but I
they
just
were-
think if you
the
kind of did
acting
that
was
with
terrible.
like the Boston archetypes and stuff, I think
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just
No, it'd be a good show.
And I promise you, Boston. There's nothing like Boston comedy. I'm so spoiled. It's just everywhere I go. It's just. Boston is just better. It's just.
It's not apologetic.
Well, we know that.
It is.
We're better at everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
bet
face
we
it.
are.
Come on,
Absolutely.
please.
Yeah.
I mean, look at our
Absolutely.
sports teams.
Yeah, we
Yep.
beat you in the Super Bowl, and then we say the
We
funniest
have a
things
casino
from
here,
there.
though. I mean,
Yeah,
We
Jesus.
have a casino.
All right.
For God's sake.
Does New York have a casino? I don't think so.
They do.
We're gonna rob it on the next Nor'easter Kid.
So what about the 80s, okay? Now, I got to ask you this.
I forget a lot of the 80s.
You were doing comedy, killing it in the 80s.
Yeah.
But at some point, you became the spokesperson for American Tourist Luggage.
Yeah,
And
I
you
was-
were dressing up as the gorilla.
I was the gorilla.
Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
I kind of
Phil,
think
you
I
got to
do.
remember that.
Yeah, yeah.
There we go.
Oh my
Remember
God.
the
I
luggage?
have it?
Yeah.
Here's a clip.
I can't
There
believe
you go.
it.
Here's a clip on our telecast. Do you guys remember these commercials?
I can't believe you have this.
That was you?
Yeah. But let me
was
say
the
this.
gorilla.
Oh, part of that was me. Let me.
The rest is
Be
a
clear.
TSA training video.
Right. That guy had that gorilla has TSA pre-check. He, believe it or not, he goes right to the front of the line every time.
You should.
Yeah. No, the commercials were a combination of a real gorilla, a mime who did, like gorilla antics, and
Mom, I need $60,000 to go
You're
to
going to be a
school.
gorilla mime.
I'm gonna sure. It was what they called the niche market at the time, and then what they wanted to go along with that was a traveling gorilla, which was like the spokesperson. So they would put me in the suit, and I would go on radio shows and do public. I had 4 contracts with them.
How degrading.
It was well, they tried to get me for a 5th year, and I was contemplating it, and
He
then
held up for more bananas.
Yeah, and then one day I was peeling a lollipop off of my ass, and I said,
"This is enough.
Enough's enough.
Enough of this."
Nothing plays on radio like a man in a gorilla costume.
Right. Oh, I tell you, very funny. I've told this story on different platforms, but it's 100% true. I got booked in the gorilla suit to do the Jerry Lewis telethon in Atlanta, Georgia. Down in Atlanta, Georgia, and that's odd how that was there.
I heard of that place.
Yeah. And so my day starts at like 6 a.m. and I'm in the gorilla suit and we're doing radio, and I'm saying to the PR people, it's radio, I don't have to be in the suit. And they go, no, when you represent American tourists, blah, blah, blah. So we go, and they're doing a remote from where this thing's going to be, and it's these, it's like the morning zoo, appropriately enough. And it's these two yahoos, and they're cracking wise. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. We're in an empty mall parking lot, and they're drinking. The two jocks are drinking, and we were interviewing. They're making fun of me, and I'm giving it back because it was a wise ass gorilla. That's why they picked me. I wasn't taking shit from anybody. So they go to commercial. One guy passes out, right, and the other guy ends up in the back of a pickup truck with the rebel flag on the back, doing donuts in the parking lot. And I'm sitting there by myself in a chair like this.
With the microphone?
I'm the only one. And they call me from the studio and they go, where's Yahoo and Redhead? And I go, I don't know. I'm just a gorilla. I'm just sitting here. And the guy goes, can you backtrack a song? And I go, we're in Georgia. I'm sure it's the Charlie Daniels Band. I think we'll be fine. So I end up finishing up the show. I'm reading commercials in the gorilla suit, and people, it was just, you couldn't make that up. So then, some hours later, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon now. Now the telethon's in full force, and it's me in the gorilla suit, a guy in a Spuds MacKenzie costume, the dog with the right, and Ronald McDonald. We're the featured guest, and Ronald's got the magic trailer.
Radio show. That has pedophile.
You couldn't get away with it.
Sounds like an acid trip.
It was the most bizarre thing ever. So what they don't tell us is at some point they're gonna teach us this traditional clog type Southern dance, right? And then we're gonna be up on the stage, and we're gonna dance, the three of us, and then the kids are gonna put money in the fishbowl, and Jerry Lewis is gonna get the extra $65 he needs to cure whatever disease he was curing, muscular dystrophy. So we're doing this. They give us like a rudimentary exercise in this dance, and then they start playing the music. We're doing this clog type dance. What they didn't tell us is every 30 seconds they'd go, do you want him to go faster? And never in the history do you want him to go faster have anyone ever said no. No, that's fine. That's fast enough. So then the music would go faster and louder, and we'd dance faster and faster like that. So we're dancing, and I'm in a gorilla suit with a leotard and muscles on. It's just awful. My feet are squishy from sweat. I pass Ronald one time, who's not allowed to sweat in public because it ruins his makeup. And he looks at me, breaks character completely, and goes, I don't think the dog's going to make it. And we look over, and the Spuds character has stopped doing the traditional clog type dance, and he's doing this Grateful Dead wavy kind of a trippy sort of a thing. And then sure enough, he fucking hits the deck. The dog goes out. The record skips. It was a vinyl at the time, and the record skips. The dog's out cold. Yeah, the dog's out cold. Ronald goes, that's it, I'm out of here. He takes off. I'm standing there looking over this dead dog, and the woman in the frilly hoop skirt's going, you got to do something. I go, lady, I'm in a fucking gorilla suit. What can I'm the lowest on the rung here. So I grab the guy, ostensibly under the paws, and I drag him off the stage. Kids are crying, the gorilla killed the dog! And I bounce him down the stairs. He goes, boom, 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 boom. We get him in back of the magic trailer and stuff, and I rip the guy's costume open, right, and take his head off.
Was it one of the DJs?
No, it was. That would be the best. That'd be so great. If it was. No, but he was not an official costume character either because he reeked of alcohol. This guy. And what had happened? They bought so much bud for this event, they gave him the suit, and one of the ladies put her husband in the suit. He got hammered. He was shit-faced. So they go, you gotta help. You gotta do something. Give him out the mouth. I go, I'm not touching the guy. So I pick him up by the collar and I start fucking whacking him. I'm slapping the shit out of this guy, right? And nothing. He falls back down. I go, you better call somebody because that's the extent of my knowledge of rousing a dead dog, you know. And so the guy opens his eye and sits bolt straight up like in a movie, and he goes, I need a beer. And I go, my friend, you need a lot of beers.
Spuds.
Yeah. Did you actually meet Jerry Lewis?
No, never met Jerry Lewis. Well, I met Jerry Lewis another time.
Oh, yeah?
I was doing a show. I was over in England. I was doing shows in England with my buddy Bobcat Goldthwait, and they were doing this big show at the Palladium, like the ritziest place in the world.
Yeah, right.
And Jerry Lewis was I actually filled in for Jerry Lewis. So we had met him in the afternoon. He'd come right from the telethon, and they were going to honor him at this thing, right? And it was a great show. It was Gilbert Gottfried, Bobcat Goldthwait, Emo Phillips, and a bunch of British comics. And I wasn't even on the show, but I was doing satellite shows around. And England had a great comedy scene. We had a ball when we were doing it. And so there's this big thing at the Palladium. It's sold out. It's for drug rehab, and it's about 2.5 hours old. They had flown in a mime from France because they love Jerry Lewis over there.
Are you on that like booking circuit or something?
Yeah. With the mimes, love me. Yeah, they gravitate toward me. He's got a 30-piece orchestra that's going to play Jerry Lewis on. They show the screen comes down. They show a retrospective of his hits. You know, all the classic Jerry Lewis bits, the dancing and the whole thing. The screen goes up, and the MC comes out. And he, in a very British way, he says, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how to tell you this, but Mr. Lewis has become unwell. He will not be performing.
Unwell?
Unwell, he said. I remember those words exactly. Unwell. I'm sitting in the second
English
row.
terminology.
Yeah. I'm sitting in the second row between Paul Provenza and Emo Phillips, and my buddy Bobcat Goldthwait gets on stage, pushes the MC off the stage. He goes, hey, Tony, want to do a set?
Oh,
and I go, yeah, that'd be great. And 30 seconds later, I was closing the Palladium instead of Jerry Lewis.
Oh, my God.
Good thing he became unwell.
Yeah, he was very unwell.
I'm a big Bobcat fan.
Sounds like that dog was unwell.
The dog was very unwell. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Goldthwait and I have been friends for
He's directing
forever.
all sorts of shit. But I mean, I grew up off the Police Academy shit. That was that was everything to me when I was a kid.
Yeah. I just did a thing with him last year. That was on in the fall, Misfits and Monsters. He had a thing on True TV, and he had me painted blue to play Neptune, god of the sea.
Like the Blue Man Group?
Yeah, it was like I looked like a giant Smurf that lost its way. Like if a Smurf was going into rehab.
That is
what would your name be if you were a Smurf?
Poppy T. Lovin'.
That was great.
No doubt about it. That'd be my Smurf.
So you get a
It's also my rap name and my street name.
Really? Well, you're a Somerville guy.
Yeah,
so
you gotta have a street name.
Kind of rough around the edges.
Sure, it's perfect. Yeah.
So you get this tremendous podcast.
I do.
Called The Dueling Comedian?
Dueling Comedians, yeah.
So what's the process been like?
You know, I don't know. People ask me to do shit, and I just do it, and then we see how it goes. But it's, you know, I think younger comics, too, now, they like this to pit themselves against each other like it's like a roast battle kind of thing. But this is just me interviewing, you know, I find out about a younger guy or some of my friends, you know, it depends on who's around. And then we just do bits back and forth at the end, and you vie for a little coveted trophy, which is more of a gag than anything else.
Sharpens your skills.
Yeah, it keeps you, you know, it keeps you sharp for doing it, and it's been a lot of fun. You know, the numbers are growing, and it's
nice that you do it for the new.
Yeah, you get
new kids.
you introduce the young guys. I like
huge for them.
comedy so much. You know, a lot of my peers and stuff, they just go about their business, but I like to keep my fingers in it and see what's going on.
Right.
And, you know, because I got sick of like going to shows and people come up to me and go, "Hey, I'm so and so. I'm the opening act," and I'll go, "I'm gonna have to take your word for that. I have nothing.
I don't know.
I don't know who you are. I've never heard of you. But I go, okay, you know. So I try to do it that way. And I'm an old white guy. You know, young guys know the social media, and it helps me too. You know, you learn and you get stuff.
It's got to be tough to get up every night for a show, though. Like some nights you probably just want to stay home and not go do one. I mean, how many times that happened? Then you have to go.
Oh, it happened just tonight.
Yeah. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah,
actually.
right. I was laying on the couch and I go, shit, I gotta get the fucking swamp Scott.
God damn it!
Now look at you.
Look at now.
You got a
I
Smurf
wouldn't have traded this for anything. Are you kidding me?
He's got a Smurf name and everything.
Yeah, Puppy T Lovin', sure.
Puppy T Lovin'.
All right, what do we got? We got something for Tony, I think.
Well, in honor of Christine, we did this before, and we had struggled with this bit until she came back and kind of revived it. So we want to bring it back. It's punch or lunch, okay?
Love it.
We're going to present you with somebody, you know, in pop culture, and you're going to determine whether or not you want to punch them in the face or take them out for, like, entrees.
Am I going to know who these people are?
We're going to show you a picture of them.
Okay,
So base it off
because
just
once you get past Ariana Grande, I'm done.
I'm on the same wavelength as you.
We'll start with Mr. Monday so you can get familiar with it, all right?
Oh,
Mr.
great,
Monday,
great.
he was most likely a very influential person in your life. He's an Italian-American who landed a lot of big roles when you were growing up.
Okay.
But as the years have gone on, he's got a little bit stranger and stranger. What would you like to do? Do you want to punch Travolta, or do you want to take him to lunch?
You know, I grew up thinking, when I was in 4th grade, I thought it was John Travolta, by the way.
I was
really.
I
can
think
see
I
it.
see the similarity.
Because you like the other boys in class, or
I just thought I was. And I love Grease. I love Saturday Night Fever.
Right.
But then this guy got weird after 2.5 babies.
Yes.
Right?
2.5 babies.
2.5 babies. He had 2.5 babies?
That was so confusing but hilarious at the same time. 2.5 men.
Oh, they had the talking baby.
3 men and a little baby. Was him. 3 men and a little baby.
No, yeah, he was in the Talking Baby.
He was
wasn't in 2.5 Babies.
No, we know the real name.
2.5 Babies was the TV show.
2.5 Men with
2.5
Charlie
Men.
Sheen,
Oh,
which is so meta that this is amazing.
But no, seriously, then you get into that Scientology stuff. So,
Yeah.
like, him and Tom Cruise probably want to double team me. Like, you know what I mean?
Who wouldn't?
Couple weirdos.
Absolutely.
Like, so I don't want to do anything with them.
You
I would have took him to lunch before,
Right.
but now forget about it. I wouldn't. No, he'd
He's
want
on
to
an
punch me in the
airplane. He could
butt. I don't
fly
want
you
that.
to,
He's fisting him.
Italy and have.
That's what he would want. Punch right in the culo. I'm all set.
You good that way, are you?
No, I don't want it.
Yeah.
I'm all set.
right.
Some guys like fingers up there, not me.
Looks
No.
like I'm going to see Travolta.
I'm not into that.
The next one is for Tony.
All right.
This guy's an actor, writer, and director. He's known for his comedy movies and more recently his serious roles. He's also known for being the guy that loses and gains back 200 pounds every year in record time. Are you eating lunch or swinging a punch at Jonah Hill?
Well, I'm going to say, which Jonah Hill? I'm not eating lunch with the fat Jonah Hill because he's going to have all the lunch.
The one on the far left.
Yeah.
The one on the left, the
Yes.
good looking.
The nice tie.
Yeah, the nice tie.
Yeah.
Does anybody know how
Is-
Jonah Hill was discovered?
Who wears black tie if you're not going to a
Was
prom?
it Judd
by the way?
Apatow? Did Judd Apatow discover?
The story that I heard was that he was friends with Dustin Hoffman's kid, and he was doing prank phone calls, and Hoffman was like, this kid's so funny, he brought him to a studio. and got him.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
That's what I
Did
heard.
not know that.
Is there an option where you can have like right in the middle of lunch, punch him?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it seems like it would go well for about 10
Yes.
minutes, and then you go, this fucking guy's annoying.
Yeah.
He says something wrong.
Yeah, he'd say something
You can
snide.
tell if you want to punch a guy by the frame of his glasses, and that on the right, I'm going to punch that.
He's not
Yeah.
an East Coast guy.
No, he's
no.
definitely not an E.
No.
I'm going to say punch.
Yeah. Good.
He's the asshole at a Borders books on a Kindle, just there.
Okay.
All right, Christine.
And at some point,
thinker.
he also looks like the kind of guy, like, if you asked him a question or something like that, at one point he'd just look up and go,
Yeah, and he would.
yeah.
And he would. Yes, he would.
Nah.
It looks like the guy in the middle ate the other two guys.
That
Yes,
does.
I would say.
Christine, you ready to make fun of somebody else?
I'm ready.
Great.
I live for it.
This next lady has miraculously been somewhat relevant in comedy for 30 years.
Oh.
With her signature bright red hair and her annoying voice, do you want to eat a spiral ham with Kathy Griffin or throw one through a window?
Like Harmon.
I tell you, I used to love her. Like when even before I did comedy, I thought she was brilliant. She cracked me up. Her stage presence, her mannerisms. I absolutely used to love her. I used to love her show. She had a show on Bravo, the D-List 11. Great, because she had her parents involved in it. And then she just got crazy. She
She
and
was
I
set
would
to
go
be
to
like
every.
a Joan, and it kind
Yes,
of
well,
ruined it,
yes.
you know?
She tries too hard now. Like we would every summer she would come to Boston and we would go see her, and every year it would get just a little worse. Like she's just trying too
She's
hard.
a comedian?
She's a comedian, yeah.
Yeah.
She related to Barbara Streisand?
No.
I thought it was Elizabeth Warren.
I thought it was Carrot Top.
Oh, I can see that one
Yeah,
on the
she
right.
looks-
yeah.
She's a beastly woman.
She is
They're
not.
both entitled to casinos.
Not a. That's right. That's right.
Native Americans and
That's
Carrot Top.
That's right. But I would probably punch her. Look at me, Miss Big Balls. Like I'd punch her.
If you punch her,
I'd be
your
kissing
fist is
her ass
bouncing
if
right
I
off
was-
that rubber face.
I
You're
know.
not gonna
I
do
would.
any damage.
I'd probably be kissing her ass. I'd probably lunch.
Yeah, you'd want to lunch with that.
I'd probably lunch. Yeah, why not?
I
Why
wouldn't
not?
punch her, but she used to like sit with people and then tell everybody's dirt to other people, so I'd be nervous.
So she
Yeah,
does.
but after
I
a
don't-
time, don't you know that's what you're getting with her? Why would you tell her
It
anything?
is.
I would just give her
Exactly.
stories that I'm making up.
Yeah, I would.
The pool thing's bald. Those are all wigs. I mean, let's face it.
Oh yeah,
There's
yeah.
no way
she's- I
that's...
mean, not. She's had some surgery done, and it's not gone well.
Yeah.
She's in the poodle family.
Not
She's
gone
like a
well.
catcher's mitt with eyelashes in that middle one.
She looks just like Carrot Top, though,
A little
doesn't
bit.
she?
A little
God,
Carrot
that's
Top, yeah.
crazy.
She's had a lot of work done.
Yeah, her traps are not as big. That guy's got fucking huge. He's ripped.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, he's overcompensating
He looks
for not
crazy.
being funny.
Looks like Zac
For being a
Efron.
redhead.
Tony's got to carry all those props.
Oh my God.
my God,
You know, we one time hit his props at a show, and he cried.
He actually cried?
He cried. Yeah. He was trying to disguise it, but he was whimpering.
He's scheduled to be on the show in 2 months.
Yeah, tell him I
I don't
said
want
hi.
him here now. Forget about it.
Somebody told me that he cornered the market in those giant scissors you were talking about.
I believe
Between
it.
him and Gallagher, I don't know. I don't know who got there first.
Mr. Bundy, you want another one?
I think him and Kathy did a scissor.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right, I'll take another.
Mr. Monday, this next guy was known early on in his career as a pretty boy, but as he got older, he turned into an accomplished producer, a savvy investor, and he started investing in Uber, Spotify, and Airbnb. Mr. Monday, do you want to see Ashton Kutcher's beautiful smile over a lunch, or do you want to just punch it until it's bloody?
No, I want to go to lunch with this guy. Look at those investments. I mean,
Yeah.
Uber, Spotify, Airbnb.
Yeah.
I want to learn. Yeah, I need some advice.
Yeah.
You know, fucking throwing my money out the window lately.
How does
I want some insider
Are you
trader
heavily
tips.
invested in anything?
Not really.
No.
How is he in on all these things? Is he like fucking the
I
CEO's daughter?
actually
What
always
is going
thought
on?
he was-
Is that how that works? How does he know?
I always thought he was a cool dude. I mean, look at Demi Moore. I mean, the other chick now. Who's this new one?
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Who's he with now?
Mila
Oh,
Kunis.
Mila- oh, they're
she's
together, yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
my
like
God.
a little happy story back together,
yeah,
right?
That nauseates.
I bet if I went to lunch with him, he'd tell me intimate stories about Demi Moore. So I want to go to lunch with this
yeah,
guy.
yeah. Why not?
You know, why
Like
not?
what Bruce Willis tastes like?
He's a cool dude. I'd definitely go to lunch with him.
Yeah, that's a lunch, I think.
It's a
Tony,
layup.
ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
This guy's been a mainstream. He's been a mainstay in the mainstream. TVs, movies, 30 plus years. He's known for the beautiful woman he parties with, the drugs that he's done. Do you want to eat chicken and waffles with this guy, or do you want to punch him in the face?
Hands down, without question, a punch right in the throat. Yeah,
Wear rubber gloves, though.
Yeah, not even. You know, he's one of those guys that, to me, you know, had it all from day one.
Right.
You know, born with a silver spoon up his ass.
Exactly.
And then just decided to piss it away.
Look
you
at him
know,
with the
and,
douche
and
flu.
for those of us who work hard at what we do,
Right.
to get to a place where you can just, you know, think you're something other than, you know, an entertainer and that you fucking matter, deserves a punch right in the face.
Yeah.
He
Did
gave
you hit him with a left or a right?
I'd give him a combination.
Combo, boom, boom.
Yeah. I'd go to the body twice and then a haymaker.
Yeah.
He gave a lot to the community as far as AIDS.
Yes, he did.
Well, then I'm
That's
sorry,
right.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
You got to wear a Tyvek suit and rubber gloves.
Yes.
Yeah,
You got to fight this guy.
I'll bring a hazmat team with me.
It sucks because, like, when I was a kid, he was cool. He was in like Hot Shots. He was
Oh,
in
yeah.
Platoon.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was so cool.
Wasn't he in Breakfast
This
Club?
is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
His brother was Breakfast
No,
Club.
the other.
Emilio
Estevez
was Breakfast Club.
Club. But
Yep.
yeah, this is what I'm saying. You've got it all. I mean,
And here's, there's an interesting point is with Emilio, because Emilio kind of played it straight. He was kind of cool, and nobody gives a shit about Emilio.
Right.
Except for this guy right here who's got a poster about
I
his
tell you, the
bed.
one thing he did do, he did one of the smartest things ever after he got, it was all the eating tiger hearts or whatever he was doing.
Oh yeah, winning.
Winning the whole that thing.
After he left Chuck
went
Lorre.
he went to Fox, and they gave him another shot at it, and he had a 90 show deal, pay or play. No matter what happened, no matter what he did, they had to pay him for 90 shows.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he got away with it.
It's like a pro baseball contract.
Yeah.
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All that shit. And tiger blood is just the same thing as human blood, but with less white blood cells, right?
I don't know anything about tiger blood.
It's
The last one.
Now you're out of my purview right now.
Tiger Woods
Right.
blood? Is that what you're talking about?
No, if you were talking some sort of a simian, a gorilla
He knows
family,
this.
I know.
He knows this.
Yeah.
We did a story earlier about there was a brothel in was it Cuba that was shaving them and prostituting it out?
Oh, yeah,
and
right.
they came to stop it, and so many people were upset.
But they were shaving what and prostituting what out?
An orangutan.
An orangutan.
Yeah.
And they it wasn't just that everybody was banging it. They wanted to keep it, and the army came to take it away, and they protested it and tried to stop them from taking it away.
And where was this?
Cuba.
I think, let's say
In Cuba?
I just made that up.
Did you make that?
It was South America. It was
Somewhere in South America.
Oh my God.
Not America.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
All right.
Oh.
Speaking of unfuckable apes, the last one is for Christine. It's an actress known for being part of a highly successful movie series, but her demeanor and resting bitch face seem to really rub a lot of people the wrong way.
Punch.
Would you like to sit down and eat bacon and eggs?
violent
No,
tonight.
I don't like. I know I am. I'm a little ornery.
You're a
this
mother
evening.
of five, aren't you?
I know it's terrible.
Of
This
four.
one, she just drives me crazy. She's gay. She's straight. She's straight. She's gay. She's. I can't stand.
I mean, if
her.
you're gay,
I
you're
can't-
gay.
I get pit or pendulum, honey. Pit or pendulum.
Oh, yeah. Get a glove.
I don't have time. I don't
Get a
have
glove
time.
to pick a team.
Yeah, pick it exactly. She's just annoying. She thinks she's annoying, and I hated all the vampire.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like the vampire movies.
Crazy.
They turn my stomach.
Boring.
See, now I have no idea who this woman is.
She was in, what did they call those movies? Twilight. Thank you, honey. Twilight movies.
Oh, yeah.
With the other goofy looking thing there.
She's cute, but it's not like.
She's annoying.
Aren't there 1,000 women in
gives a
Hollywood
shit
that are
about
just
her?
hotter than her? Maybe I'm wrong.
There's
I
1,000
get my-
women in Lynn hotter than her.
I'll tell you,
Okay.
I have a list of people. Like Jennifer Aniston. I would punch Jennifer Aniston. I'm so sick of Jennifer Aniston.
I'm sick of the
Jenna
same people. How
Jennifer
many
Aniston,
times do you need to
sick
see
of
her fail in a relationship in a movie?
Why do you hate her? Why do you hate her so much?
How many times do you have to see her talk about life after 50? Who gives a shit? Who gives
She's
Walk a
anywhere near
mile-
the bar of what that
Walk
conversation
a mile in
is,
my
too.
rucksack.
Well,
I pushed out 5 kids.
She also had that thing where she got a nose job.
Oh.
After she was successful.
Right.
You want to go, what were you missing out on?
Yeah, exactly.
What
Why?
prompted
guy didn't
you?
wanna fuck you already?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah, what were you
Sorry.
missing out on?
Right.
She is the most. She's so annoying.
She got a vagina tuck.
Brad
She did?
Pitt.
Yeah,
That's
I
the guy
saw
that
it on
didn't wanna
YouTube.
fuck her.
She did. She
You
did.
get-
They
you can-
showed
you
on
can get
YouTube.
What do they tighten? What do they?
I don't
They
hate her for that.
sew it up. They sew it up, yeah.
I can't go to a nude beach anymore because I leave snail tracks. If you know what I mean.
That seems like that could. That seems like it could be cured with the key from an old can of ham.
Yes, like a spam.
Yeah.
A spam.
You know what I
You
mean?
can
You
What about a
spam-
can of peas?
You can
Can of peas,
spam
you
that
just-
right up.
Just twist it right up.
Twist it right up.
twist
Spam it right up.
Sure.
Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
You
Damn.
know, I was on a phone call today. This is bitching about over 50, right?
Yeah.
I got a phone call today, and it was my insurance company, and there was a prompt that said, if you're over 50, press 1. We have a special offer for you. So I'm a sucker for that kind of thing, right? And I pushed the button because I got time during the day, and people love to talk to me. And so this fast-talking woman, so you can't get a word in, says, if you're over 50, and she goes, are you over 50? I said, yeah. She goes, well, we'll send you a health alert pendant in case you fall. And I literally said to her, I go, what century are you calling from? That 50-year-olds are tripping and falling in great numbers. I go, 50's not what I go, I'm well over 50, and you can go fuck yourself.
Was she in this country?
Right? I go, you'd be getting calls from me. You'd be getting calls from me 6 times a day because I was taking a nap.
Can someone get me a donut?
Your thing went below level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking sleeping. You nitwit.
Yep.
It'd be funny if they asked what your prom song was to verify if you're 50 years old.
I had a kid. The last time I filled out a survey or something over the phone, and the kid says date of birth. I said 11/2/64. He says 19. I said no, 1864. You fucktard. 19.
Should have told 2064. What's the matter?
I know. 19.
What's wrong with people?
All right, we're going to take another quick break. You're going to see the dramatic finish of the Real Bachelorette, and then we'll be right back and finish up strong with Christine and Tony.
Every mile. The Mazda CX-5 with turbo. Feel alive.
First beer ever.
You know how many commission monthly? I'm the top Mazda salesman.
He showed me a titty.
I've probably seen Paige's right tit 5 times, to the point where it's starting to make me suspicious. What's wrong with the left one?
I'm about to give myself the shocker. I'm that bored.
So day one, she asked me who I was. I said, I'm Frank. I'm here for protection. She goes, I don't use protection. I kind of like her.
Can't write one song that's not about you. Can't drink without thinking about you. Is it too late to tell you that everything means nothing?
If I could take you on a dance or to see some kangaroos, whatever you want to do, baby girl.
Just let me know when we're rolling. I'm just on Tinder.
We're rolling.
Oh.
Chad keeps calling me a sissy, and he says it with a TH instead of an SF. I know what you're doing, Chad, and honestly, it makes me feel like shit.
And Paige is just, she's gorgeous. I really think that we might have something.
I mean, to be honest, I don't think she's fucking any of these guys. Fucking cannonball challenges.
Since Chad came back, we did have a cannonball competition, which of course he killed. He won. I will say, if I'm being honest, I can give Frank one positive here because Chad pushed Frank in the pool.
Motherfucker Chad, he pushed me in the pool. What he pushed me for? Push Delkin. I'm not even on the show.
It was so funny. Chad is so funny like that. He always makes me laugh. But yeah, he pushed Frank in the pool.
Chad pushes the security guard into a pool. And he's black, so everybody jumps in to try to save the guy. I went to Yale with him. He can swim.
And this is where I can give Frank like one positive. When Chad threw him in the pool, he was wearing mesh shorts, and I was impressed.
Yeah, ever since I fell in the pool, I think Paige wants to fuck me.
I'm gonna sit down with Paige. She's got low mileage. She's got plenty of space in the back. She's got a sexy body, really sexy trim.
Mazda guy came up to me today and he was like, Paige, I want to put you in a Mazda. And I'm picturing like seatbelt in my mouth, legs over my shoulders, so hot. He's trying to put me in a fucking lease.
This other gentleman on the show is really nice. I'm gonna buy a Mazda from him.
I sell goddamn Mazdas.
Here's the deal. I don't know if they're gonna keep me here for the next 2 weeks or whatever, but I'm not taking this seriously anymore, okay?
As you all know, it's been a challenging week. Only one man, I feel, here has really worked for my heart. Not you, Dave. Grow up.
Fuck Chad!
I asked the producers if I could just give Chad a rose, but they said no. So I'm taking matters into my own hands. Guess who's getting a rose tonight? None of you motherfuckers. I'm taking it with me, because I had to deal with all your shit this week. Why don't you go to bed, get your fucking head in the game, and come back and give me your best work?
What do you mean there's no rose ceremony? Does this mean I'm going home? No!
I mean, Klasky, what's going on with Paige? She's like a train wreck.
She's just like a really bad influence on the guys in the house, I feel like. I don't really follow this type of stuff, but this one has me sucked in.
Well, stay tuned. I guess in a few more weeks there's going to be another trailer.
There's series finales coming up. It's sometime in July, and it's right before Paige's wedding, I think, is coming up.
Yes.
Did you guys watch reality TV at all?
No.
No. I don't think you even watch TV besides sports, right?
I don't watch,
You watch
much
sports?
TV. Yeah.
Not football, though. You're not a football guy.
Football guy. Baseball, hockey is my.
I mean, these people they show everyone their whole life, their family, and this and that. They sell their souls.
No.
Yeah, no, there's no need for that.
It's kind of like
there's no need for that. I got
And
enough drama in my own family.
It's all fixed.
Of course, once there's a cut of a camera, then it's not reality.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If somebody has to go, could we do that again? Then it's not reality.
Exactly.
You know, so
Exactly.
they
What would you say about tonight? Is it reality?
This is like an alternate reality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be surprised if I walked out of here and like devastation.
We're in
had happened.
1967.
Right? Yeah.
There'd be like a UFO outside waiting for you.
Like you finally reached your point where you're of no use to anyone else.
You're now dumber.
Please get on board.
You're now dumber tonight because of you on the show.
Come sail away with us, lads.
Plus, we got something else for Mr. V here.
Actually, did we want to talk about the things that got going on at Laugh Boston?
Oh.
My head on here.
So you're teaching a class at Laugh Boston?
It's on the books, yeah. They came to me and I actually wrote a curriculum, if you will.
You did?
Yes, for 4 different tiers.
Did you use a typewriter when you wrote that?
Yes, I have a Selectrix. Yeah. I have an old IBM, and I put on the gorilla suit.
You the dino label maker.
Yeah.
You must hit like two keys at the same time.
I'm awful with that.
I
you know.
took Tony's comedy class.
Yeah,
10 years ago?
Yeah, was it that
I
long
don't
ago?
know. Probably not.
Yeah,
Probably 8 years,
7 or
7
8
years
years
ago.
ago.
7, 8
Yeah,
years.
you can't teach somebody to be. I tell people this all the time.
Nope.
You can't teach somebody to be funny.
No.
But if funny's in you, I'll help you. Figure it out.
Get her out.
You know what I mean? And I've done it a couple of times. And now Laugh Boston wants to do this. They're connected to the Improv Asylum, and they
Right.
have. So they wanted to have like 4 different tiers. So I'm going to start teaching the first tier sometime in July, and it's just people who want to experience it, get 5 minutes together, learn how to be on stage and stuff like that.
Laugh Boston's a big deal. I mean, that's a big.
it is.
I mean, you're in South Boston,
Yeah.
the highest rent district.
It's beautiful club.
It's beautiful over
Oh
there.
my
It's a
God,
hotel, so you have
beautiful
people
club.
that are there to have a couple
It's a-
drinks,
So is the
hang
hotel
out, and walk
funding that
upstairs. It's in the
studio?
building, right?
I'm wondering.
They got investors and stuff.
Sponsors.
Yeah.
and
It's
stuff
a
like
beautiful
that.
club,
Yeah.
though. It really is.
Listen, I'll give you the whole class right now. Get up on stage, start telling jokes.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all you can-
Masterclass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. That's what it is. But some people need,
Right.
You can't wait for anyone to tell you you're funny. But but some people they need a structured way
Yeah.
of going about
The
getting
OCD
it done.
people.
Yeah.
Well,
right.
beyond that, like if you've never stepped into it, you don't like. If somebody says, "Oh, go try an open mic," you don't have somebody to have something to go to and be like, "All right, now I'm okay to go to that thing." It's scary to go up for the first time.
Oh,
So
God,
Oh,
yeah.
for everybody.
for somebody to tell you, "Yeah, you suck," but in 2 days, keep going.
Yeah, let me say this. It should be scary.
Oh,
You
God,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
It still is.
It's right.
You guys still get butterflies?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, occasionally. Yeah,
Yeah.
It depends on the situation. I opened for Bill Burr
Oh.
at the Boston Garden. And I live in Charlestown, so I literally walked to the Garden to go to work, which was a big hoot. But much like this, you're just shooting the shit before the show, and then there's always that time right before you go. All right,
Oh, my God.
there's 18,000 people gonna
Yep.
be listening to me next. You know what I mean? And it got a little weird. Yeah. first time I ever did Conan O'Brien, my first Conan O'Brien, right? I knew a lot of the writers who were goofing around and stuff like that, and then they take you and they put you in a
Like a holding.
in a closet basically, right next to behind the curtain, and then they go, okay, we're gonna go to commercial. We'll hear music, then you'll hear your introduction. You step out here, and then they leave you alone, and you're in the dark, in this little cubicle, and my knees actually buckled. You know what I mean? And the only other time that happened to me was on my wedding day.
Oh, that's
like,
sweet.
And I go like, what? And you start. That's when the doubt comes in. You're going, I can't do that. I was never born to be on national television.
Right.
And then you go out, you do your first joke, and you're home, and everything's fine.
It is,
but,
though.
Yeah, but it can be nerve wracking.
Now you're famous. You're on the Monday show.
Do you ever have
That's
that-
right.
My life's never going to
Done
be
now.
the same.
It's done now.
Do you
I
have
hope
that thing-
I'm glad Jimmy Hurley's here to get me to my car.
What do we got next for Tony?
All right, this is a new one that we've been working on, but we haven't tried it yet, but we want to get everybody involved, and this is just work with us here, okay?
Sure.
This is an old SAT format that we wanted to bring to
Oh,
the
my.
Monday show, okay?
I flunked my SAT.
I'm just going to go right into it. The first one's for Christine, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You've done these before, okay? One's asshole is to its body as blank is to the United States.
Trump.
There we go.
Good answer.
Sorry. I'm sorry if you Trumpers, but fuck him.
Why are you being nice about it?
I got to imagine Trump supporters can't argue that he's not an asshole.
Oh, he's a complete asshole.
Yeah.
Isn't it like, talk about an alternate universe? Every time I turn the news on, I'm like, this cannot be our president.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
But not
needs to shut up.
Politics aside, I don't support. I could give a shit, but I do want my president to be a little bit of an asshole.
A little brash.
Yeah.
Not in the ways that maybe we
yeah,
are
right.
going,
Yeah.
but let's do a little less controversial one, Mr. Monday. Okay.
Sure.
Italians are to body odor as Asians are to
Driving.
Italians are pretty
It's like every time an Asian's driving, it's like they're looking for Godzilla. They're like, oh, like a UFO. You know what I mean? They're like,
fish in a bowl.
I mean, that's how I look at it.
All right, so far none of this is going to get a Facebook boost. Tony.
Yes.
Robert Kraft is to managing his staff as his massage therapist is to
managing his staff.
I was hoping you would say that.
There we go. I just filled in C for all of these. I've been right every time. Christine, normal portions and exercise are to good health as vegan living is to...
You're gonna die. You can't live. You're gonna die.
You're competing with rabbits for
Exactly.
food,
You're gonna die.
Those guys are gonna win every time.
Yeah. Circle of life, honey. Circle of life.
Carlo, you're on a strict vegan diet, right?
No.
I personally
Why would you say that?
Well, I personally only eat out vegans.
Oh.
Really?
Do
I'm
they
just
know
trying
this?
to save this horrible. This one sucked. Let's move on to the next one.
No, I think it's going swimmingly.
This one was brought to you today by Tasso. Mr. Monday, proctologists are to probing rectums, as Greeks are to...
Achilles, the Greek god.
Greek god of what? Putting things in somebody's ass?
No, many male. He had many male companions. Look up Greek mythology, please.
What? Is that the tattoo that you have? Is that why you know that? That's an odd one.
Why do you know that?
I don't know. I just, I'm well read. I mean, what separates a Greek boy from a Greek man?
Crowbar?
Yep. You got it.
Oh, this is awful.
Is that one of your jokes I stole?
That's the last demographic we're allowed to make fun of, is the Greeks.
Okay, there's got to be somebody left, right? Is it the Greeks?
Right? Who's going to stop us? They're
I
not
guess,
stopping us,
right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you can't make fun of anyone anymore.
No, sure.
If anybody's going to get fucked in the ass, it's going to be a Greek.
Greek, I guess.
Yeah. The last one is for Tony.
Okay.
Gardeners are to potted plants, as Harvey Weinstein is to...
Oh, potted vaginas.
That's how babies are made.
Yeah. Sure.
Well,
Sure.
You guys did great. All of you
gotta-
guys are going to community college.
Yeah, that's great.
I've already been.
Woohoo!
I didn't last. So, Tony, what do you got for shows coming up that you can let the audience know?
This Saturday, the 29th, I'm at the Palace Theater in Manchester, New Hampshire. With
The Palace and Saugus on Route 1?
No. Yes, we're driving back in time. Then we're going to go to Katie's and Kenmore Square. And then the Rat. No, so the Palace Theater in Manchester, New Hampshire. And then Friday night, I will be at basically my second home, which is Giggles.
Nice.
And if anybody wants to come out back in the alley behind the dumpster and smoke a cigar afterwards, that's where I'll be.
Good man.
And that is not a euphemism for anything. That's exactly what I'll be doing.
What about, how can people find you online? Where are you?
TonyVComic.com or Tony V Comic on Facebook and Instagram and all of that. But my daughter runs that for me because she's only 19.
And check out the podcast too.
And my podcast,
Yes.
Dueling Comedians.
That's cool. So you got your daughter helping you out. That's awesome.
Yeah, I couldn't do anything. I was trying to fix my profile on Agency Pro today, which is a, tool you get booked by. And I kept wanting to put this picture on the thing, and it kept going up sideways. So then it took me 45 minutes to find out how to rotate it, and I rotated it, and it still went up sideways. And then I rotated, so I said in my head, this is how my head works, I go, well, I'll put it upside down, and then it'll come right side up. And then I did it upside down, and it came out fucking upside down. So I believe I may have broken the internet.
Christine, your kids help you with your social media?
They do. They do, actually. Yeah, cool. They do. I have one that she's really very helpful. My number 2 girl, she's very helpful with my social media. 'Cause I don't know her. And Jimmy Hurley does a lot of it, too. God love him.
Jimmy Hurley's really
God love him.
multifaceted type of guy.
He's a multifaceted.
We're missing it in the shot, but Christine has some bomb-ass shoes on.
I love the way you guys
It's
both have your
pretty
legs
cool.
crossed the same way.
Well,
I feel like I should cross mine, too.
well,
My nuts are going to get in the way, but fine.
Sometimes
The Forever 51 sticker is still on the bottom.
She's got great shoes.
You
have great shoes.
Yeah, they're adorable.
I got
they're
good
nice.
shoes. I have good shoes.
And I have to say, for me, this is very new to me, being able to cross my legs.
Yes.
So I
Why?
do it
'Cause you're
whenever I can.
overweight?
He used to be a
How much weight
chunky
did this
monkey.
guy lose?
I lost 70 pounds.
This guy lost
I never
70
thought about
bills.
the leg
okay?
crossing.
70
I never
pounds.
thought of
You
that.
try it. It's very comfortable.
No, I mean,
He's not eating Italian bread anymore?
No. See, that's as far as I could get before, but now I go all the way up.
No bread,
when
no sugar, no dairy.
No dairy. When people see you, they go, hey, you look like you lost weight, did you? I go, no, I got it tied up in the back like a ponytail. Don't go around behind me.
Something's different about you. Did you get a haircut?
Or they'll go, did you mean to? It fell off one night. I woke up, there was a huge blob of fat next to my bed. I almost stepped in it trying to take a leak.
I love what Kelly McFarland says when people say, you look like you've lost weight. I can see it in your face. She's like, yeah, because that's where I was carrying the 80 pounds. Right in my face, right in my head.
Did you do a lot of cardio and stuff, too?
Not a whole lot. I started walking more and stuff like that, but, nothing strenuous. I don't do anything strenuous. It was mostly change of diet, and it's been a year and a half now, and it's still
awesome.
going
Keep it
pretty
up,
well.
man. Yeah. Keep it up.
It's keeping it off is the hard part,
Well, we slip up here and there.
But it's also weird when you lose weight and you go like, oh, it's not that better.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is still like I was in St. Augustine.
I beg to differ.
I was in St. Augustine, Florida, which is where the Fountain of Youth is.
Well, they get all the
It doesn't work.
fake boobs, fake lips, fake everything down there.
It doesn't work. I drank from it. I bathed in it. I pissed in it. Nothing. This is what came out.
It's probably in the polar opposite location of the Dominican Republic. If you're
don't go there.
Right? Yeah.
And if you do, don't drink from the mini bar.
What's the latest on Big Papi?
Mistaken identity.
Yeah.
Because he could be
Do you believe
mistaken
it?
for a lot of people.
No, I don't believe it.
No, I don't believe it.
Absolutely not. Nope.
Who'd they pay off for that
They
one?
had the same color pants on.
It's
One of the most iconic figures in all of the world.
no way.
Is there courts in the Dominican Republic?
Basketball or tennis?
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Courts of law.
Oh, no, I have no idea.
We went for the Super Bowl this year to the Dominican. I would never step foot.
Excuse me? The Super Bowl? Oh,
yeah,
you went. Like during the Super Bowl.
During the Super Bowl, we were in
Did
the
you get to
Dominican.
watch it when you were down there?
It was terrible. They called it the big match because they can't.
They can't
Was
say
it in
the Super Bowl.
Spanish?
It was all Spanish. I literally, that was our first night there. I looked at him and
You
said,
speak
"This is going
Spanish?
to be a long, no me no."
Conozco español, estudié para 6 años.
No me no.
Universidad de Fresno.
But it was disgusting. If I ever go back there again, it would be.
Really? What was just dirty?
It was filthy. It was. We got on our connecting flight in Miami. We flew from Boston to Miami to connect, and we're sitting in the gate at the Miami airport, and I'm watching all this. I said to Jimmy, "This is like a trailer with wings. These people, nobody had teeth. I mean, it was the worst of the dregs of whiskey tango. It was just awful.
Yeah, it's either you're
Awful.
rich or you're poor. There's no in between.
And the
over there.
resort was disgusting. And
the Dominican?
Oh, it was disgusting.
Oh, I've heard nothing but
Really?
good things
Stains
about
on the
it.
sheets and stuff
Horrible.
in the beds.
Oh my God. We
that
couldn't
means
get
you-
out.
That was from Jim.
No, it wasn't. We couldn't, and don't tell him that again. We couldn't get, one night we couldn't get out. We were locked in the room. So we called and they
What
were
do you
like,
mean?
remember Jimmy? They were like, well, just jump over your balcony. No,
Oh,
I'm
you're
not
on the
gonna
12th
jump over-
floor.
Yeah, I'm not going to jump over
Balcony.
my balcony. No, come fix this lock. So then the guy says, I suggest you don't lock it. Oh, do you? Is that what you suggest?
Oh, yeah. That's just trying to set
Okay,
you up.
yeah, exactly,
Trying to set you
yeah.
up so I can steal
Yeah,
everything.
We did another story about they
Let's
were
not,
breaking into the
Dominican,
people's-
let's not go on
That's-
vacation there. It's probably great
No,
people.
it's- I'm sure they're lovely. No, they're not.
What do you got, Klaus?
No, I just wouldn't hang out with any of the American hotel staff either, so I don't shit on the Dominicans.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It was
Yeah.
scary.
It may be more germane to the business itself than the
Klaus
geography.
being politically correct. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was chicken bones in the hot tub.
That's how you make broth,
I
sweetheart.
think they were
Those are
chicken-
probably human bones.
I know. There were bones in the hot tub. I'm like, what?
That's an old Leon Redbone song.
There are bones in the hot
Get your
tub.
Boom, boom.
There are bones in the hot tub.
Don't go in the hot
Disgusting.
tub. There's
Oh
chicken
my
bones.
God, so gross.
Well, thank you both for being here.
It
tonight.
was
You
a
guys
lot
are
of
great.
fun, man. It was
Oh,
lovely.
thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you. You're the best. You're the
Christine,
best. We
like,
love you.
we love you too. We love having you up here.
And we love, thank you, honey, so much. And my Tony,
my
this was
pleasure.
a
Good job.
Great. A
nice
lot of
treat
fun.
for me
Thank
to
you.
have Tony here.
And just remember, Monday is an adventure, especially when you have Christine on the show.
Ooh, isn't that the truth? Yeah.
Monday on 3. 1, 2, 3. Monday!